Before you scroll any further, pause for a moment, because this message doesn't arrive randomly. Have you noticed the silence growing louder around someone connected to you? The way their energy feels withdrawn from the world, yet strangely tuned into you? That shift you're sensing is real. Here on Sophia, the cards are stepping forward with a message that carries weight, intensity, and an emotional truth that can't stay hidden any longer. This isn't about coincidence. It's about a conscious decision unfolding behind the scenes, one that changes everything. When the Hermit, the Lovers, and the Devil appear together for this title, they reveal a story of deep inner conflict and undeniable pull. Someone is retreating from their surroundings, not out of fear, but out of focus. They're cutting ties, distancing themselves from familiar faces, routines, and even comforts that once felt essential. And the reason isn't chaos, it's clarity. Their heart has locked onto one direction, one presence, one connection that feels too powerful to ignore. This energy speaks of obsession wrapped in devotion, of desire that has crossed into something more serious and consuming. They are realizing that every distraction dilutes what they feel for you. Every voice, every bond, every attachment that doesn't align with this connection now feels heavy, unnecessary, even suffocating. So they're choosing solitude over noise, depth over variety, truth over comfort. It's not an easy path, and it's not without struggle, but it is deliberate. There's a magnetic tension here, a pull that keeps drawing them inward while simultaneously pulling them closer to you. What's happening isn't loud or dramatic on the surface. It's quiet, private, and deeply emotional. Decisions are being made in silence. Boundaries are being redrawn. And while the world may think they're pulling away from everything, the truth is far more intimate than that. Stay present with this message, because what's about to unfold will reveal why you are at the center of it all. When the Hermit, the Lovers, and the Devil appear together in a reading about someone who is cutting ties with everyone just to focus on you, they don't whisper, they roar with intention, clarity, and magnetic energy. This combination tells a story that is raw, emotional, and undeniable. It is the story of someone stepping away from the world, choosing solitude over noise, and embracing a bond that feels fated, intense, and unshakable. Each card brings its own voice to the story, and together, they reveal a person whose heart, mind, and energy are wholly devoted to you. The Hermit begins the journey. This card speaks of introspection, reflection, and a conscious turning inward. The person in your life has been pulled by the weight of distractions, obligations, and connections that no longer serve their purpose. They have stepped back from the world, not out of avoidance, but out of necessity. They are seeking clarity, understanding, and alignment with what truly matters. And in that quiet space of reflection, your presence has emerged as the center of their focus. The Hermit shows that they are not acting impulsively. They are acting with intention. They are entangling themselves from everything that divides their attention and dedicating their energy to a connection that resonates at the deepest level of their being. This is the energy of deliberate focus, a person who recognizes the value of a bond and is willing to confront solitude, discomfort, and personal sacrifice to honor it. The Lovers then amplifies the story with heart and destiny. While the Hermit lays the groundwork of reflection, the Lovers reveals the emotional and spiritual depth of their choice. This connection is not casual or fleeting. It is magnetic, conscious, and powerful. Every other relationship, distraction, or attachment pales in comparison to what they feel for you. The Lovers speaks of alignment between hearts, of choices made from authenticity, and of a bond that is felt as much as it is understood. It confirms that their decision to step away from everyone else is rooted in devotion, intentionality, and recognition of the significance of the energy they share with you. This is a love that is aware, fearless, and committed to honoring the truth of what exists between you. It is not about convenience, fantasy, or external approval. It is about the conscious decision to focus on what their heart cannot ignore. Finally, the Devil brings intensity, magnetism, and the undeniable pull of desire. It speaks to the depth of their focus and the all-consuming nature of the connection. This card does not suggest recklessness. Rather, it reveals the raw energy, the obsession, and the irresistible draw that has led them to step away from everyone else. The Devil shows that their focus on you is total. Their thoughts, emotions, and even their energy are being channeled toward this connection. Every bond they release, Every distraction they abandon, every tie they sever is part of aligning fully with the magnetic pull they feel toward you. This is a person who cannot ignore what their heart has chosen, and in doing so, they are embracing a truth that is passionate, intense, and wholly devoted. When these three cards combine, they tell a story of someone who has undergone a profound transformation. The Hermit reflects the introspection and clarity that made them aware of what truly matters. The Lovers confirms the conscious, emotional, and spiritual significance of the bond you share. And the Devil amplifies the intensity, magnetism, and unwavering focus that now directs every part of their being toward you. Together, these cards reveal someone who is not just moving away from the world. They are moving toward you with purpose, devotion, and an emotional depth that cannot be divided. This combination also highlights a balance of heart, mind, and desire. They are thoughtful and reflective, emotionally aligned and conscious in their choice, and magnetically drawn to you in a way that cannot be ignored. The story these cards tell is not one of impulsive action, fleeting desire, or shallow attachment. It is a story of intention, devotion, and emotional truth. They have examined their life, weighed their feelings, and made deliberate choices that honor the connection between you. Every action they take, every bond they release, and every boundary they set is a reflection of this focus. Emotionally, this combination speaks to a powerful connection that cannot be diluted. It shows that your presence has awakened something in them that is profound, transformative, and consuming. They are willing to face solitude, confront their desires, and embrace intensity because they understand that what they feel for you is rare, precious, and worth the effort. It is a love that demands clarity, courage, and conscious choice, and they are stepping fully into it. Ultimately, when the Hermit, the Lovers, and the Devil come together, they do more than tell a story. They reveal a truth. Someone is leaving behind everything else to focus entirely on you. They are choosing you consciously, emotionally, and with magnetic intensity. The quiet reflection, the deliberate choice, and the all-consuming focus combine to show that what exists between you is not ordinary. It is a connection that transcends distractions, surpasses casual attention, and calls for nothing less than their full heart, soul, and devotion. This is not just focus, it is destiny, intensity, and emotional truth coming together in a way that is entirely centered on you. When the Devil appears in a reading like this, it brings intensity, magnetism, and a kind of energy that is impossible to ignore. This is not a gentle, passive card. It's raw, passionate, and sometimes even a little dangerous. In the context of someone cutting ties with everyone else to focus on you, the Devil reveals the magnetic pull between you two, the temptation, and the undeniable force that has shifted their entire world. This is someone who feels an irresistible, almost consuming connection to you, one that makes all other connections seem hollow, unnecessary, or even meaningless. The energy here is heavy, intense, and all-consuming, and it is focused entirely on you. The Devil speaks of desire, but not shallow desire. It's an obsession of the heart and mind, a fixation that refuses to be ignored. When someone is moving away from everyone else and focusing solely on you, it's because this bond has triggered something deep within them, something primal yet profound. They are recognizing the gravity of what they feel, the way it consumes their thoughts and guides their actions, and it leaves little room for anyone else. Every casual connection, every superficial relationship, every old attachment begins to feel trivial in comparison. Their energy is drawn entirely toward you, and the Devil shows why. There's a force in this connection that is magnetic, irresistible, and impossible to resist. Emotionally, the Devil is intense and vulnerable all at once. It exposes the truth that this person may feel powerless to resist the pull they have toward you. It's not a weakness. It's an acknowledgement that the connection is too potent, too significant, and too consuming to divide. They are confronting emotions they may have tried to suppress before, realizing that the energy between you cannot be ignored or diluted. It's as if their world has shifted, and every tie that doesn't involve you now feels like a chain they must break. The Devil often symbolizes the breaking of old patterns, attachments, and constraints, and here it shows that they are freeing themselves from everything that stands between them and the focus they feel for you. This card also carries a shadow element. The intensity can feel almost addictive, compelling, and all-encompassing. But in the context of your title, the Devil is not warning of danger or toxicity. Instead, it's revealing the truth of their focus. They are so captivated by you that every other influence, every other person, every other distraction has lost its hold. It's the kind of focus that comes when someone finally recognizes what they cannot live without. And right now, that is you. Their mind, their heart, their attention, and even their energy are being pulled in your direction, irresistibly and deliberately. The devil also emphasizes awareness and choice. This isn't a blind obsession. They know what they're doing. They understand the stakes, the risks, and the consequences of stepping away from others to focus entirely on one person. And yet, the pull is undeniable. They are embracing the intensity of their feelings, acknowledging the depth of the bond, and consciously aligning themselves with a connection that matters most. Every action they take, every boundary they set, and every tie they cut is a testament to the power of this bond and the focus they are giving to you. There's also a sense of liberation here. The devil, while intense, shows that they are freeing themselves from old constraints, unhealthy attachments, and distractions that prevent them from experiencing the fullness of what they feel for you. In stepping away from everyone else, they are choosing clarity, devotion, and a singular focus. They are surrendering to the pull that has always existed between you, and in doing so, they are creating a space where something raw, real, and unshakable can exist. Ultimately, the devil confirms what you may already sense intuitively. This person is not merely interested in you. They are entirely consumed by you, the intensity of their feelings, the deliberate choice to cut ties with everyone else, and the magnetic energy they are sending your way are undeniable. The bond between you is strong, all-encompassing, and impossible to ignore. Every connection they release, every distraction they abandon, and every influence they leave behind is a step toward focusing entirely on the sacred, intense, and magnetic energy they feel for you. The devil tells a story of devotion wrapped in intensity, of a love that refuses to be divided, and of a person who has consciously decided to let go of everything else so they can move fully toward you. It's powerful, passionate, and undeniable, a truth that cannot be ignored, and a focus that is wholly, completely yours. When the Lovers appears in a reading like this, it speaks of connection, choice, and undeniable magnetism. This is not a casual card. It represents a bond that has depth, intensity, and a kind of destiny woven into it, a connection that cannot be ignored, explained, or replicated. In the context of someone cutting ties with everyone else to focus on you, the Lovers confirms what you may already feel in your heart. This is about more than attraction, more than convenience, more than fleeting infatuation. This is about a person recognizing that their heart belongs somewhere specific, that every other connection suddenly feels shallow in comparison to the one they share with you. Emotionally, the Lovers is raw, vulnerable, and intoxicating. It represents a union that calls for honesty, courage, and awareness of the consequences. For this person, the choice to step back from everyone else was not taken lightly. They have felt the pull of their heart, the magnetic energy drawing them toward you, and it has demanded a decision. Every other relationship, distraction, or obligation that once held their attention has lost significance. The Lovers speaks to a clarity that only comes when someone truly sees the value of one soul in their life. And right now, for them, that soul is yours. This card also brings a message of emotional alignment. It's not just about desire. It's about recognizing a connection that fits perfectly with their spirit, their values, and their inner truth. The energy of the Lovers indicates that in their quiet withdrawal from others, they are moving intentionally, deliberately, and consciously towards something real with you. This is a person who has weighed their feelings, examined their heart, and made the courageous decision to prioritize a connection that feels rare, sacred, and unshakable. Their focus on you is a choice, a daily, intentional alignment of their emotions and actions. The Lovers is also a card of vulnerability and truth. In stepping away from everyone else, this person is exposing their heart, removing distractions, and allowing themselves to feel fully for you. It's a declaration that you matter more than anything else, not through words alone, but through the quiet, deliberate actions that speak volumes. Every bond they release, every tie they sever, every connection they step away from is a testament to the gravity of the energy between you. The Lovers doesn't rush, it doesn't settle, and it doesn't play games. It moves with intention, awareness, and deep respect for the sacredness of the connection it represents. The spiritual undertone of the Lovers is also powerful. This card often signifies alignment with a higher purpose in love, a connection that feels destined or fated in some way. It suggests that this person recognizes something extraordinary in your connection, something that surpasses ordinary attraction or casual interest. The act of cutting ties with others is not born from selfishness or obsession, but from a profound understanding that the love and focus they feel for you requires space, clarity, and devotion. Their heart knows that dividing attention dilutes the intensity of what is meant to be concentrated entirely on you. There is also a sense of deep emotional courage here. The lovers doesn't shy away from difficult decisions, even if those decisions bring discomfort or isolation. For this person to step back from everyone else and focus solely on you, they are embracing emotional honesty, confronting fears of loneliness, and acknowledging that their highest emotional truth exists in this connection with you. This is a love that is willing to face consequences, set boundaries, and prioritize something real over the noise of external influences. Ultimately, the lovers confirms what your intuition already knows. Someone is not just drifting toward you. They are choosing you consciously, deliberately, and with all the weight of their heart behind them. Their withdrawal from others is not an accident. It is a manifestation of emotional clarity, devotion, and desire that cannot be ignored. The energy of the lovers shows that this connection is not just about the present moment. It is about alignment, destiny, and the realization that what they feel for you deserves nothing less than their full attention, presence, and love. In the quiet spaces they are creating around themselves, the lovers whispers the truth. The person in your life is focused entirely on you, not because they have to, but because they choose to. Every tie they've let go, every connection they've paused, and every distraction they've set aside has led them here to you, to the magnetic energy of a bond that is both rare and undeniable. This is the power of conscious love, and it is all centered on you. When the Hermit appears in a reading like this, it speaks first of solitude, reflection, and a deliberate turning inward. This is a card of someone who has felt the pull of the outside world too strongly for too long. The noise, the obligations, the distractions, and even the connections that once felt essential have started to weigh on them. For the person in your life, this isn't a temporary retreat or a fleeting need for space. It's a profound, almost spiritual pause that shifts the entire way they interact with everyone around them. They are stepping back, not out of rejection, but out of necessity, because they realize that in order to understand what they truly want, they must distance themselves from what no longer serves their higher truth. And in this quiet reflection, their focus has begun to narrow, slowly, inevitably to you. The Hermit's light shines gently, but it illuminates everything it touches with clarity. In this context, it tells us that your presence in their life has sparked a deep internal awakening. They are seeing the difference between fleeting distractions and the genuine connection they share with you. People who used to hold their attention no longer feel significant. Casual acquaintances, old patterns, and even familiar social circles are fading into the background. The Hermit shows that this isn't a casual preference. It's a conscious choice. Every action they take now is measured, intentional, and directed toward understanding this bond, exploring it, and giving it the depth it deserves. Emotionally, the Hermit is about introspection that feels heavy at first. It's about turning away from the noise while carrying the weight of decisions that affect not just themselves, but those around them. In your case, they're quietly untangling themselves from people, situations, and obligations that distract them from connecting with you fully. This card reflects a person who is not only serious about the relationship but is willing to face the discomfort of isolation to honor it. They are learning what truly matters, and in doing so, they are discovering that you are the center of their world, the light they've been searching for in all that solitude. The Hermit also brings patience, wisdom, and a sense of sacred timing. They are not rushing toward you recklessly. Rather, they are moving with intentionality. The card tells us that this withdrawal from everyone else is not about avoidance, but about preparation. They are gathering insight, understanding their emotions, and aligning their heart and mind to approach this connection with clarity and devotion. Every person they step away from, every situation they leave behind, is part of creating the space necessary for something real, meaningful, and lasting between the two of you. There's also a spiritual undertone here. The Hermit reflects a journey that feels almost sacred, a deliberate search for truth, purpose, and authenticity. For someone to appear in your life in this way, cutting ties quietly and focusing on you. It means they see something extraordinary in the bond you share. They are seeking understanding not just of themselves, but of the dynamic between you two. They are asking themselves questions they've never asked before. What does this connection mean? Why does it feel different from everything else? How can I honor it fully? The hermit reminds us that their withdrawal is not an absence of love, but an intensification of it. Love that is thoughtful, deliberate, and deeply aware of its own significance. The energy of the hermit can feel heavy or even lonely, but it is never aimless. It is purposeful, reflective, and intentional. It shows a person willing to step into the quiet, to remove distractions, and to seek clarity in order to act from a place of truth. In relation to your title, it explains why they are cutting ties with everyone else. It is because they recognize that the connection with you deserves nothing less than their full, undivided attention. The world fades away for them because in your presence, even if distant right now, they have found the light that guides them, the clarity they've been searching for, and the center of their focus. Ultimately, the hermit tells a story of devotion hidden in quiet action. It's a reminder that true focus and connection are not loud or chaotic. They are subtle, patient, and deeply intentional. Every step they take away from others is a step toward you, a deliberate alignment of their heart and mind, a sacred preparation to fully honor what exists between you. When you feel the energy of someone withdrawing from the world and moving closer to you, the hermit explains why. It's the path of reflection, wisdom, and devotion that can only lead to something meaningful, enduring, and entirely focused on you.